Welcome to Women Rising San Diego with Kelly Brown, JoJo Romeo, Thea Lynn Shayansky, Latasha Fennell, Carrie Behick, Veronica Salazar, Dina Banyos, Samantha Babcock. Watch us now.
Welcome to Women Rising San Diego. Today we're talking about the joys and challenges of motherhood. Let's get into it. So 2.5 years ago, I got dealt the lovely fun card of becoming a twin mom. I got identical twin boys, and wow, motherhood is challenging. Challenging. Yeah. I had a specialist doctor who told me the first day I met him to be like water. He said that to me because I was a medium to high risk pregnancy. And I just needed to be like water when things would rise up and I would have to tackle the situation, whether it was good or bad with the boys. They shared a placenta, so a lot of things could have happened. I've taken that and applied it into my motherhood, to be like water, to go with the flow of things. Let them be feral and just have some fun. So
not easy.
I'm interested to know, because we all have kids here and they're all of different age ranges. How do you be like water? How do you go with the flow with the challenges you face in motherhood?
Now, as a working mom, I'm running on fumes every single day. I get home from work and I'm just so exhausted, but I still make time to read to them, laugh with them, and create these memories with them. And it's the hardest job I ever loved, and the struggle is real. But then those memories, when you see your child see snow for the first time, or you just hear them laughing so hard, their body's shaking, and it's just so like magical. And that magic is like worth every single long day or stressful, tireless night.
Yes.
And it's for the joy and moments.
It's fun to, like, I put it in a framework of I'm in the mob. So it's like you also have a husband usually, but I was single like a 10-year gap. And then I went and had another family with another son. So I got my three sons. And I really like to look at it like they're all individuals, of course. So you deal with personality. So I tried to put them all in the same sports and tried to have them be on the same like type of teams, and it did not work out. I mean, kicking and screaming, and they did not want, like, my son Dustin was not into soccer at all, like Trent was. You get such different personalities, and I wonder if it's that way with child.
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, they're identical twins, so really the only thing that's different between them is their fingerprints. However, there are personality traits that are different.
Yeah.
They definitely are. Like, I have a mama's boy who's like really sentimental with me and very sweet and kind. And then the other one, he's like your little bully. You know, he is rough and tough, but he still has that same sentimental, sensitive side to him and his little heart. But absolutely, they are, of course, their own person and two different people, and there are different personalities, but there's so much that is similar when they clash and everything. I'm just like,
I used to make fun of my mom, and she's like, "Oh, you're not gonna understand until you have your own kids."
Right. Yeah, that's so true.
Oh my gosh, that should be a writing on the wall.
Yes.
When it talks even about being sweet or kind, motherhood is in the beginning a thankless job.
yes.
And then it evolves into I'm so thankful.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was like now the things that in the back of my head, what my mom was saying, I was like, oh, she's
You
right.
have two, right?
I have two adults. 3.5 years. Yes.
Okay. But you probably appreciate your mom way more now with 6 siblings.
Oh, yes. I feel like I should have had more. I failed, Mom. I failed you.
I have 6 kids.
Yeah.
So I came from a family of 5, and I have 6, 4 of my own and 2 bonus kids.
Yeah.
So aging from 33 all the way down to 11.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So you can imagine, but even my 4 are so different. My 2 oldest daughters are 18 months apart, could not be more different. So and
18
they're all
months.
in different, basketball, soccer, baseball. Like nobody plays the same sport. So
Yeah.
it's at one time on the weekends we would average like 13 to 15 games between weekends.
My gosh.
Travel.
Right.
So
I
it's
haven't
like
even gone there yet.
divide and conquer. Divide and conquer.
What did you do for yourself to come full circle and be like, I know this is so crazy and wild and everything right now, but they're having so much fun, even though they're screaming and stuff, but this is the joy. Like, if you were having an overstimulated day, how did you bring yourself back, especially having, like, your bonus kids?
Mommy juice.
We only have 30 minutes.
Mommy juice.
Thanks, buddy. That's a lot of experience.
So they're spaced out. So I had 4. Actually, I had 5 at home because there was another step kid in there in the mix. So there was 5 at home, 5 different sports. And you know what? You just, like I said, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You just go and you just do. And there is no time for a break. There just isn't. You just, thank your lucky stars that they're all healthy and it's a wedding.
Jealous of you guys.
Well, I got a little gap.
Now, the reason why I say I'm jealous is because you guys got the chance to actually do that. Us military moms, we're missing in action, so I didn't get to see him ride a bike. I have my son now is gonna be 23 years old.
Was this
so
with them when you were on tour?
we did a tag team, me and his dad. So all of those moments that I hear you guys saying, like, oh, I'm gonna take my kids to baseball practice and all that. My heart goes out to active duty military moms and dads because of the fact that they're not there to see those special moments. So we're always catching up. So when I got back, I'm trying to put in the 9 months that I missed to like do it in the little 30 days. But the time has been missed. So it's like, oh my God. Another birthday.
Appreciate the sacrifice of
Through
military.
people like you that give us the grace to be able to do that. So
Thank you.
there you go. It's a good
So
trade
that's
off.
why I listen to you guys and I'm like, man, I wonder what that would have been like, you know, and it's like now it's like you try to fix
Can't
it,
get it back.
you can't get it back.
How's
so
your relationship with your son? Do you feel like
we're
he
very
felt-
close.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I said,
awesome.
I had a baby for my birthday.
That's
But yeah, it's like, I don't remember those times because I wasn't here.
This is a different scale, but it's relatable. Like when I had a divorce, the kids were 2 and 4, my first 2 boys. And there was a 10-year gap where I was single, no child, spousal, nothing. So I was it and I had to work and create like the future for them. There was a lot of pressure, which my job was like, when you have those babies, that's your job to take care of them.
I'm on that 90-10 rule, 90% of the time you watch it, you work out, and then 10% of the time you have a little treat, little goodies.
But you do miss out on a lot in a different way. Like I did get to go home with them at night and do homework and bathe.
See, I didn't get to do anything.
Yeah,
I didn't even get to talk to them because there's times like Iraq. There's no phones. There's no pictures. There's nothing. All I got to do is pray and hope that.
How many years?
You
went
was
on
in
multiple.
25 years.
You
So I
went
went
on
on
so many
multiple
deployments.
deployments. So that was my lifestyle. So that's what I'm saying. When it was all said and done, my son was graduating.
Yeah.
I was retiring. He graduated. So I missed
From college.
everything. He graduated from college.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to do the drop off and pick up. So now when I see that when I'm driving home, I'm like, oh, she must be so proud.
You're gonna be a great grandma.
That's she's tripping.
Keeping it out there.
That's special.
You know what though? I hear parents all the time talking about, oh, we went here, we went there. The weekends were taken up with sports, and we just followed the kids around. And my husband and I, our kids are all grown, all out of the house, and we're like, we want to do sports. We want to go. We cherish those memories so much. We have a blended family with 6 kids. We're like the Brady Bunch, 3 each. And yeah, we can't wait. We're like, come on, let's have some grandkids.
She's got the grandkids.
We got 2 grandkids, 3 now, and 1 on the way. And we're like, come on, because we want to go to those sports and take part in it.
What's neat is they live by you. I have one that's like in Florida, so I thought I was gonna get to live that part, like get to be grandma and get to be involved.
Charge.
Because you are more present when you get older. Like when I was younger, I'm telling you, even though I was here, I wasn't here. It was a blur.
No, we're close now. He's my best friend.
That's awesome.
I mean,
That's
we do everything together.
That's so cool.
And you got girls.
I have
How's that motherhood rocking it?
3 girls. I have 2, and then I'm a bonus mom, and 29, 21, and she'll be 15. Oh, so
You got spicy girls.
very spicy girls, very high demand. But no, but they're
I'm
awesome.
sure the apple doesn't fall too far from the next
Exactly. When I complain to my mom, she's like, "Well, like really, you're really complaining about that?" But no, it's awesome. But you know, the way me growing up, or the way that I thought I was a net parent, you know, it's so different. Like they throw you curveballs, and you're like, "Whoa, I didn't see that coming." Or that's, you know. Or just going back to sort of like watching my sisters, you know, be moms, and then I would be like, I would totally not let my girls do that.
So that's bad. No one who doesn't have kids should tell them.
So what kind of parent are you?
You're like, oh my
Now
Yeah.
I think I'm a cool parent. Like my even with my stepdaughter, we're super close. She's so sweet. We have a relationship.
That's
Awesome.
good.
Even with Jessica, my daughter. I could honestly say that we're best friends. I mean, they share a little bit too much sometimes, and I'm like, okay, you know.
Oh, well, that's not that.
And my generation, I was like a helicopter mom because I was afraid because of the responsibility, anything happening. So I micromanaged him to death. And what I noticed is that, well, my son, when he was graduating, they have a senior letter that all the boys write to their mom. So it was a mom luncheon. And he's like, oh, my mom, she was so overly protective. And he was cracking jokes and making it funny. And then he goes, and me and my brother one day, we wanted to walk to school and we begged her. And she said no. And he goes, and it was across the street. Like everybody blared laughing because I wouldn't even let him go across the street without me.
It was a busy street.
I mean, I'll use that as an excuse.
I feel this way though. So how is your relationship now?
Oh, well.
Don't answer the phone. It's mom.
The one that's really close growing up, like he was like my little wingman all the time, where it's a little bit stressful, you know, at times. And it's not because we're alike, because I usually think that you don't get along sometimes with the one you're most alike or most like you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like no matter what, it takes work, and yeah, it's messy. And being a parent, it's like, it's not like, oh, I worked and took care of my kids and everything was so perfect and I micromanaged them. No, I was proud to keep them alive.
Yes.
And that was my job. So I was a little overprotective and I parented from a very insecure place. But 13 years later, I had my other little boy. And when you say water, it reminds me when I'm listening to her, because like we're so different. I mean, I'm a different parent. You would not recognize the first parent to the second. Yeah.
Well, you were going at it. You're on your own, and now you have.
Well, and I think our kids can see that because Samantha's she'll be 15, and Jessica will tell me like, wow, you're letting her do, or like she's having a
That's
sweet
what they
15,
do.
and then she's like, well, you're throwing this for her, and she's the princess of the house. And I said, no, I said, you are your growing up, you had your moment, and honestly, you can't complain. Like, and I feel like in life, you know, we have different chapters in our life where, for example, when we bought my stepdaughter her first car, she got a certain car because, you know, we were getting back on our feet, yada yada.
Yes.
And then Jessica got a different kind of car, and then Samantha, who knows what she's gonna get? She already has her little list, but God's willing, they will.
Convertible,
right?
you know.
But they will tell you. They will come and tell you, like, well, they, you know, so they picker at each other, and you're like, no, it's just different chapters in our lives as parents.
What
also.
do you say to her when she comes along and says that?
I just joke around. I'm like, seriously, you're tripping because you class.
Wait, I validate your feelings and you're tripping. I hear you.
Plus, I told her, I said, mind you, she's like, well, you were really strict. Yes, because you gave me reasons.
Yes.
Your
You have
sister
to
does
parent
it.
every child
So-
different, right?
I can leave her in the house by herself and go on vacation.
That's what
I
I'm
can't
talking about.
refuse.
Exactly.
Bottom line.
Personalities, how they can be so different. That's amazing.
Parenting parenting at 23 and parenting at 40.
Hello.
Gosh, I did not know what the hell I was
I don't
doing.
think
I had two kids by the time I was 23, and I did not know. I was just like, God, please
Keep
just go
them
to
alive.
sleep. Just go to sleep, right? And then when I was 40,
Please go to sleep.
right, but I was 40, I was like, everything he did was like a miracle. I was like, oh my God, that's amazing.
It's a lot. Because you actually got to see things happen.
I was just in a different mindset,
Yeah.
completely in a different relationship and a better
Right.
relationship, and everything was just
It's a difference between
Different.
survival
Yes.
and thriving.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you notice a difference between the way, I know you and your mom are super close, the way you're parenting now? Are you taking things from your mom into your motherhood and young? I mean, is it, how are you going back and doing things that your mom did? You know, like, are you learning from that?
So I would say honestly it's a little mixture of both. I do things that my mom did as a parent for me and like my father and stuff, but I'm also making generational changes.
Bless your life. Bless you.
I love my family and everything, but I came from a family that's very loud. There was yelling in our family and things like that, and being the youngest of three, I got to see all kinds of things that happened with my brothers and the trouble that they went through, and when they got in trouble, how they were disciplined and all that. And I'm definitely making changes on how to do that.
Oh yeah,
These are the kind.
Tony.
These are the wheels that. These roll over the bumps. These hit the bumps. It's a hard ride.
Oh, so this one does what?
It doesn't hit the bumps as hard. It's softer. I love it.
And I will say, man, it is hard.
Yes, it is.
Because my genes come from my parents, of course. So I have behavioral traits and personality traits from both sides. I'm like a perfect mixture of my mom and my dad. So I find myself catching myself quite often of like, whoa, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I need to try it this way.
Step back.
Yeah, and taking a step back.
So you reevaluate.
Yes, I really do, especially because there's two and they feed off of each other.
Like
and
two cats, like they get in more trouble.
one starts crying and the other one's like, oh, I'm gonna cry too.
Yeah.
And I just throw my fit and I'm like, wait, what the heck how do I do this? And I'm so used to being told like, stop crying, like suck it up, like because I'm the girl. I mean, from guys, like man up. I'm like, man up. So I'm like, I can't talk that way right now, you know. And they're 2.5. They are so feral. They are running their own world right now. So
Let them.
So of teaching
Yes.
that balance of it cracked me up when you said be like water. I'm like, geez, I have never been like water. I'm just that like I don't even know what you're talking about. Water.
it was amazing
never
when
been
he
called
said that
easy
to me
going.
because it helps me so much in my everyday mom life. I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Yes.
I'm very, very privileged. I'm so lucky. And I thank you for everything that you do for our country. But holy smokes, being a stay-at-home mom is like double.
thing that my mom did, it did the opposite. So I was like, you know what?
I don't want to be like
You know
her.
what? I'm never gonna do that. And you know what? I think I've done a pretty good job.
Sometimes they say opposite ends up the same, though. I've heard that. I don't know if that's
should
true.
they? But I was like, you know what? I didn't like that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. And so
remember the
because
things
I
you
was
don't
I was
like,
an
yeah.
incredible athlete, for example. I was a great athlete, and I could have been. But my mom's like, I'm not taking you to practice. I'm not doing that. You're not, you know. And so when my kids were, you know, they will have every opportunity. Some of you guys could relate, right?
Yeah.
Mom and dad didn't show up, and they were too busy to take you to practice. And so now you have kids. You're like, here's the private lesson. Here's the private coach. Here's this, that, and you're driving them all over the place. And you know what? They all got athletic scholarships.
There you go.
And you know, so
Amazing.
You
paid
did a
off.
good job.
Yeah.
My daughter still remembers when I used to drive and I would reach back and hold her hand and I would tell her, "You're not going to be little this very long. You know, I'm going to hold your hand now." And now I do it with my grandkids. It's so fun. But
They
it's so
still remember
fast.
that, right?
Yes.
They still remember you saying
Oh
that.
yeah, my daughter talks about it. Yeah, they remember other things too. They keep you hummed up,
Oh,
right?
yes, they do.
My daughters love to tell my Mother of the Year stories. They'll remind me.
We just did for Mother's Day. We took the Duffy out, and my husband asked each one of the kids, like, "What was your first memory of your mom?" Or what was, or what was your most memorable? Or if you had, one day just you and your mom, what would it be like? And it was so like incredible. But when they brought up stories like, remember when Mom was so bad, she came and she threw a water ball in the car, and the
That part. It's the messy part. You know we're messy.
Sam, I have to show you sometime. I set up the old school giant video camera in my girls' room when they were twins in the crib still because they kept getting out and I wanted to see what it was, and it was before the day like now you can watch in real time, right? Yeah, no, we were recording it. And then you got it on video when they got out of me coming back in and putting one in and like slamming the other. And they're like, "Jeez, I'm all, look, you're so athletic." So they love to talk about my moments, my Mother of the Year moments. And I just tell them, that's why you're so athletic, because you got bounced around a little.
Kind of parents that once you tell them, okay, if you're grounded and you hold your ground.
Stick to it.
Yeah, okay, stick to it.
I was not good.
No.
I was not good. I was raised by liberal parents, so I just thought, oh, everybody wants to be good. Haha. Yeah. I was a good kid, but yeah. I think discipline is the treat.
people say, your kids are so like disciplined. No, they're good. And they go, what's the secret? I like 2 words: follow through.
Yes.
My husband, if they wanted to get away with murder, they would go to Dad.
Yes.
To this day.
That's what
by the way.
doing.
Then so we've learned how to tag team. So he'd say, "What did Mom say?" Well, I'm going to ask you first. Well, ask Mom first, right? So he gives me that grace of like, I said no.
Yes.
Yeah. And he was like, and sometimes he goes, "Well, are you sure, honey?" And I was like, "I said no." And I'll put my foot. Yeah. And he's like, "Okay." And then behind closed doors, he's like, "But what's the big deal?" I'm like, "It's not the big deal. It's because I said no, and I have to stick to. I need
There you go.
Yes.
United front.
Exactly, and that happens.
They
Like,
figure out how to get between you.
You have to stay on the same page, even if you disagree.
Right.
Yes.
Well, the no doesn't seem so big of a deal when they're little, but when they become teenagers, if you made your no mean no, by the time they become
no, girl.
teens-
When they're 2 and they're
I know,
you
but
say
I'm
no,
saying,
they turn it down.
I'm saying consistency, meaning when you do it when they're younger, and you stay consistent with it, they understand your no is a no when they're a teenager.
Yeah, you have to start early. Yeah, win those battles early, and then you won't have as much
And then you
trouble
gotta
as
know when to
teenagers.
pick your battles too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing. It's like I used to like throw a fit. I'm like, I put an outfit out for like my daughter, and I want her to look like a princess because we're going to this thing.
Yes.
She comes out in a completely different thing.
Yes.
I want to lose my
Yes.
Really, I lose it. How stupid! Now when I think about it in hindsight, like, what am I? Who cares? And I just remember my mom saying, "Kelly, pick your battles."
Yeah.
And I was like,
So when we're two over sweatshirts.
Especially mother daughter.
Yeah.
Even though you're a hard mom and you're like, or not my kids,
Yeah.
and you're losing them, you're losing control over them, then you're like, now what? Like, and I went through that. So I had to reshift my relationship with my daughter because I was trying to be really hard and really strict with her.
Yes.
And that's not.
Sometimes
doesn't
it
work.
pushes them in the opposite
Exactly.
direction.
That's what that is happening to us.
You don't obviously have adult kids like some of us, but for example, like drinking, right? When they're young. I have some friends where like absolutely like my parents will let me do this. They went to college. They went absolutely bananas. So like I was like, okay, if you're gonna drink, you're gonna drink it hot.
That's us.
Yeah. Say like, and so we're on it. And guess what? They went to college. The novel and they were totally fine.
They're out of
Like,
control.
And so and you're able to be honest. Just listen. If you're someplace and you drank and you
We'll
need to wrap
pick you
up,
up.
then I don't care what time it is.
That's exactly what picked you.
Okay, I want to know because I'm experiencing it and going through it right now. When yours were littles, what were things that you did for yourself to get through this?
I'm gonna right away give you a quick answer. I had a mother not too far from me.
Get a nanny.
I
I was gonna say that's why.
But I think if you don't have help around you and you don't have a spouse or you don't have somebody, you have to be kind of the proactive mom. And really, 1 hour to pay somebody saves you at least years on your health.
Yeah.
So I think it's important, whether it's working out, whether it's going to get a facial, whether it's really to go sit somewhere quietly and not hear noise.
Yeah.
It's so important to have that. Mental health.
What a great conversation about motherhood. Like, we are literally super women every single day. But that's all that we have for today. So stay tuned. Please let us know any challenges that you've come across in the comments, and stay tuned for next time. Okay. Awesome.